Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Unscripted with your host Mikey.
And Denny,
We both figured out how to use the immersive view function on Zoom, so this is why you're seeing us sitting in a nice
we
little
love a good kitchen.
kitchen. Yeah. hmm But yeah, today we wanted to talk about, you know, a bunch of different things. First of all,
A bunch of different things.
yeah, what defines good taste for you, Danny? Or do you think you have
Um,
taste? Or what even is taste to you? What's
Probably not. Honestly, I guess it's like the form versus function
hmm
side of things. Like, like when building a house, right? You got to have the engineer and is it the interior designer? Like, which is the one? Oh, the architect.
It's yeah, it's a
So
mix of the
the
architect, interior
Yeah,
design.
the architect's like, oh, I want I want like this overhang. I want it to be like
Yeah.
7 stories tall with a Juliet's balcony.
hmm
What do you call the balcony in Aladdin, the one where Jasmine walks?
I have no clue. I don't have the vocabulary right now for
But yeah, and then the
that.
engineer is the one who's like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like that's a cartoon. Like you can't
mm
have that.
mm
I feel like I'm more of a function kind of person. I kind of like things to be functional.
That's fair.
Yeah.
mm
So I feel like I'm not about that style.
mm
But I can appreciate someone who's stylish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair,
But I
fair.
do feel like you can have style without the function
Mm,
in a lot of
yeah.
aspects of life.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like as like, I don't know, someone working in the design profession, it's like function and form both go hand in hand. So you have to really pay attention to both whenever you're like designing something. But that's like obviously the values of the profession itself. Me personally, like when it comes to, for instance, like fashion or like, I don't know, I don't know what I do for my own like living space, it's kind of atrocious. Like I genuinely just do like the bare minimum.
Yeah. I
For
mean, we
instance,
all do, I think, to
yeah,
like most people do. I feel like,
mhm,
not all of us have the
yeah,
time and the energy to curate things.
for
But I
sure.
do appreciate people who can curate like a nice
Yeah,
like collection of things for their apartment and like
mhm,
make it very cozy and
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean I do say there's value in that. I like a well furnished apartment, especially
mhm,
people who know how to like make use of small spaces and
yeah, yeah. But I
make it
feel like it's
cozy.
hard to really like curate a space, especially if you don't know how long you're going to be staying there for, especially if it's like a temporary like establishment or like you're kind of just renting a place for a couple of months and you're looking to settle somewhere else. It's like how do you kind of still balance like the need to like eventually move away sometime versus like having to, make the space feel more habitable
Mm,
or at least like suit your vibe. I don't know. I feel like that's
mm.
something that's
It's
been,
hard.
yeah,
It's difficult. And yeah, sometimes if you're renting, you can't really do too much to the space either because you're gonna piss off your landlord.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know. When it comes to clothing, I feel like I don't know. It's like I could put in the effort to like style myself, but if my dad's hand-me-downs look to a certain extent socially acceptable, I'm just going to do that path of least resistance kind of mindset.
Mm,
So I don't know. I feel like yeah, and when it comes to like furniture and like dishware, for instance, if I'm moving like somewhere, I'm just gonna be like, well, if the place is already furnished, like what's the point of like replacing everything? Or like what's the point of even, I don't know, putting in the effort to make it look better?
yeah,
But
no. Yeah,
I can
no.
also see a version of myself really trying to like curate it as well. But it's like how much of that is actually worth it, you know?
Yeah. Okay, sorry, can I go on a tangent?
Go ahead.
Princess Jasmine's balcony is modeled after Mughal architecture.
Okay.
The style is most famously represented by the Taj Mahal in India,
Ooh.
which served as the visual inspiration for the
Mhm.
palace.
Yeah.
And the design is what one would call fantasy Orientalist blend that incorporates
Fantasy
elements from
Oriental.
different Islamic architectural traditions.
Mm,
That is a good balcony. I mean, damn.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's designed to be what's called a golden cage because I guess she was a princess and she didn't want to be, or like she felt trapped.
Mm, makes
But I
sense.
mean, girl, that's a good cage.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's worse places to be.
Mm-mm. Do you feel like, I don't know, like having good design around you, like make or improves your well-being, or do you feel like it doesn't really
For
have that much?
sure, but I mean I do think the form matters a lot. Like I want the space to be like minimalist. Like the space has got to be good. Like it's got to have good ventilation, it's got to have
Mm-hmm.
like good light.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like no like mildew, mold, whatever.
Mm,
But
yeah.
if all these basic conditions are met, then
Hmm.
I think the good design really helps.
Yeah. The thing with minimalism, I feel like it is something that has, I feel like, slowly started to become very bland. Where I
Mm.
think minimalism at one point in time was a reaction to things being like a little bit too ornate and like overcrowded and like a little bit too busy. And I think it was a way to kind of compensate, or if not overcompensate, for like the busyness from the era before that. But now it's kind of like, well, everything has been minimalized, so to speak, such that, it kind of strips away a lot of it's like its identity.
Yeah, the 90s and early 2000s were really like a
Yeah.
special era. Like back in
Yeah.
those,
Yeah.
like the design was really fascinating.
Hmm.
And then the late the 2000s, I think part of it was maybe like the
Hmm.
recession,
Mm.
which is a react like yeah, so
Right.
like things were simplified.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
yeah, like and then yeah, and then there was a backlash against the sort of maximalism, the special sort of maximalism.
Yeah.
That was in the 2000s,
Yeah.
early 2000s, late
Hmm.
1990s.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm always a minimalist kind of person myself. Like I feel like
Hmm.
I'll always have that sort of, maybe this is just like where my design, there's people that like they're always stuck in like a certain sort of like style.
Yeah. Or like an
I just feel like
era.
that's like maybe this is where my thing
Uh,
stops.
yeah. No, because it's like tastes are always changing, right? And minimalism is kind of like, right, like this reactionary period. But now it's slowly starting to, I feel like it's slowly phasing out, and like people are going for more like unconventional, especially like, I don't know, like wealthier
Well,
clients, kind of look for more like eclectic like interior designers who, add like, like a rainbow stair to like I don't
we
know, a
love a
space.
rainbow stare.
And I feel like I don't know. A lot of this, like, keep things like to the bare bones kind of like thinking is slowly being. I mean, for a certain extent, it was profitable and it was commodified, but now I feel like it's slowly starting to phase out because there's not as much money going. Or I don't know. I don't know. This is like mostly speculation, but I feel like tastes are changing, and minimalism is starting to be or to feel a little bit too bland, for I guess a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll come back again full circle, I think, in like a decade or so.
Yeah, it
But I
goes
do
in
feel
cycles.
like also trends are fracturing. It's like because of technology and the internet and all that, like I
Hmm.
feel like it's becoming like
Yeah.
it's not as homogenous as it was in the past,
Hmm.
tastes
Yeah.
and trends and things like that.
Mm.
So I feel like there's always going to be a small subset of minimalists
That's true. That's true.
diehards out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say the late 2010s. I'm just remembering now all the like minimalism videos that I was like seeing across my YouTube feed
Hmm.
around that time. Like
Yeah.
all these like fascinating people around the world, like living
Hmm.
super minimally.
Hmm.
It was, it was that time where also when like veganism was like a huge thing. I feel like there's something about like minimalism and veganism that like,
Yeah. There was a
and
period of
like
time where I did drink the Kool-Aid and I really went
and
down
like
that
the
vegan.
Buddhism was like all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all like one wrapped up in one like
Wait, did you
philosophy.
go vegan for a while?
I did. I went vegan for 3 months. I ate
Damn.
like mostly like lentils and like, beans like for my protein. I had tofu also for protein. I had lots of like veggies. But the thing was, I felt like there was like certain like nutrients that I was missing, especially like calcium and vitamin D. So what I noticed was like my skin first of all started turning like really pale. And then second, I lost like an enormous amount of weight. Like I was already pretty thin and like pretty skinny at the time, but like I lost like I don't know. Yeah, like maybe yeah, like a tenth of my weight, which was like kind of a lot for yeah, how much food, like the volume of food I was eating was actually quite a lot. Like it was a lot of fiber, which I think was the culprit for I think like I was eating a lot of volume, but I don't think I was actually getting as much calories as I typically would because I already felt full from just like the volume of food I was eating. So
Mm.
yeah, the pros were my skin was like super clear. It's just that I just felt like incredibly tired like every single day. Like when I woke up, like my muscles were aching. It felt like my body was missing
Wow.
something, and I felt like I think it's definitely possible to like sustain a vegan lifestyle. I just don't think the way I was doing it was necessarily like sustainable or like the right way. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean,
There,
I
there's
commend
there's a
you.
lot of experiential tweaking and iterations that and it takes energy to invest into that process, but I was like, nah, I just need to
Yeah,
get my
I couldn't
nutrients
do it,
from
period.
somewhere else.
I mean, I just couldn't find enough vegan food that would like fill me up.
Mm,
Like I'll do a vegan
lentil?
day, but then
Yeah.
like and also I felt like my parents were like they were just like they thought I was like crazy. They thought I was out of my mind. They're like, what are
Mm,
you like
mhm.
what are you even thinking about? Like this is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I feel like there's like stigma against, or especially in like Asian American communities, against like vegans. Like I have a cousin who has fully successfully transitioned into veganism and
Oh
like
my
has,
God.
right? And she's been doing
That
pretty well.
way,
But I remember in the very
yeah.
beginning, she like was like fainting and like, I don't know, like not like had like super low blood pressure or I don't know, like whatever the hell was going on in the beginning when she was like first playing around with it and discovering like what works for her body and what doesn't. That's like I feel like the I don't know, the initial climb that you have to get past before you kind of find something that sticks. But yeah, I would say it's like it's hard to get like a lot of the nutrients that you would need and you
What
need
was
like
just so interesting too is like it was such a fad. Like it was such a fad between
yeah.
like around that time of like the late 2000s and the early 2010s.
Mhm.
And then like there's this whole like shift from like the in the late 2010s where like everyone stopped being vegan. You get all these videos of being like I'm no longer vegan on YouTube. It's just like
Yeah.
such a fascinating like cultural
Yeah.
shift.
I think there was, and then there was like this influencer who transitioned from like a completely vegan diet into an like a complete carnivore diet, like full
Yeah, there's
180
a lot of
swing,
those too. Yeah.
eats butter and like steak like every single meal, like and no like vegetables. And she's like, my skin has never looked better. Like it's like all of this. I'm kind of like,
But it's like become slightly better. Like, but then now there's like people like the keto sort of became more popular.
yeah, yeah,
Like
hmm
I think right before the pandemic,
right,
where people, what was that again? You eat a lot of protein, right? So
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't eat any carbs. You just
right,
focus on healthy protein, healthy fats
hmm
to get your body into ketosis.
Like, and then you just get a bunch of like people eating avocado and salmon, and that's like the only two things that they would be eating, and then they would get
Oh my
sick.
God.
So I feel like, right, like these like food trends are all, it's constantly just like playing around with, I don't know, yeah, your bodily mechanisms, and sometimes like they are trends because for a little period of time, like certain small period of time, like it was a reaction to like, I don't know, something else, and then eventually like you realize that it's not sustainable and then you move on. But now I think
It's just
what
like so unhealthy, you know?
yeah,
Because like also like I would say in the early 2000s, I think the food trend was like just like don't eat any bread. Like no, it was like
no
stupid
carbs,
trends.
no carbs. That was like the huge
It was
thing.
like don't eat
Yeah,
bread,
right.
like or only eat whole wheat,
hmm I remember that.
or like don't eat any fats, like no fats of any kind. Like
Low
was what
key. I feel like YouTube was partially responsible for like an eating disorder that I had. Like when I
So
was like
many like
when I was like 8, I
social
was like, oh
media
my God, I
like
can't eat bread because otherwise I would like, I don't know, I need to have everything gluten free. And I would like beg my
yeah.
mom to like buy me like gluten free bread and like I
Did she actually entertain you? Because
yeah,
when I asked that
yeah.
from my parents,
She,
they literally want to like slap me across the face. Like they're like, well, what are you doing? Like
yeah,
you're
I just
fucking
remember I like
insane.
ended up getting like so skinny like because of like just the media I was consuming and all the not lies per se, but like I was just like I don't know, consuming a lot of really
I feel like at
unhealthy
least your
information.
generation's like slightly healthier than mine. Mine was like fucking 90s diet culture. It was like
Mm-mm-mm.
literally 90s diet culture that was
Mm.
like fed to me. It was
Yeah,
crazy. Oh my God. Those are
yeah.
the times.
Those interesting times to be alive.
Oh my
Literally,
God.
I remember like what is it when I was yeah, I think I had like severe constipation because of the lack of I guess like fiber I was eating. Even now, I feel like speaking for now, like it's like
Hmm.
not the best situation. I feel like I still should be incorporating more fiber into my diet. But I think when I was like in my like YouTube like crazy media consumption era, I was just I don't know, like not eating, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I was literally just eating like basically like what you would eat at like I don't know, a cocktail party and they serve you like hors d'oeuvres, just like a couple of eggs and like some cucumbers.
I feel like at the time, like I couldn't even like make myself, I felt bad eating eggs because it was
Yeah.
like, oh, you can't eat the yolk.
Oh,
Like that's
cholesterol. That was like
yeah,
a
because
huge thing at the
that's like
time, right?
the yolk is really
Yeah.
bad for you
Yeah.
apparently.
But I think now it's like a lot more positive because there's a lot of nutritionists who step up to become like influencers and content creators and they're
Yeah.
actually
Shout out
disseminating
to
health.
Abby Sharp. Wait, do you know Abby
Wait,
Sharp,
no, I
the
don't.
no BS dietitian?
Oh, what about?
She's great. I love her.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. But
She like she like gets on feuds with like really popular thin influencers.
influencer.
She'll like react to their videos and be like call out their BS. Like I'm like, oh
Mhm.
my God,
Mhm. Yeah. No,
crazy.
I appreciate the movement of nutritionists like disseminating helpful information because it's like, oh yeah, like I don't know, get more color into your plate and I don't know, eat more fiber and protein, but also make sure that you're not like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank
overdoing.
God there's like ChatGPT. Jesus, I swear, like I feel like that will help a lot with,
Mhm.
well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that brings its own host of problems, but I mean,
The thing
it's
with
better than
the thing with AI, like kind of controlling like the narrative and also like the information that we get ultimately, because it's just kind of like this LLM that has like, you know, certain biases that are determined by basically the people who write or like program it. And then what you get is just like, I think, sure, like on the one hand, you do get like super helpful summaries of information, but it's also filtered through this lens where you have to be really good at discerning like what is BS and what is actually like real, right? Because
yeah.
at one
But
point in time, it was super easy to distinguish like, oh, this is like totally AI slop. But now it's like it's a
mm,
little more difficult to like understand what's actually like genuine information with like your best interests at heart and what is, you know, something that was written by,
yeah,
right?
I don't know. I am glad that there's at least a point of reference that's like somewhat
Mhm.
measured and not like you don't get into a situation where you only get exposed to content that's like very, very extreme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I do feel like the algorithm, like if you watch a lot of like these vegan videos, they just give you more. And then before you know it,
Yeah.
you're consuming a ton of vegan like
Content, right?
influencer content. You're
Yeah,
like,
and
this is
then
not
eventually you
normal.
start questioning like, oh, like I don't know. I feel like social media, not just social media, but just like any form of media like that you is consistently pushed to you can, yeah, totally distort your like worldview and like what you think is
Mhm.
normal. And right, that's also kind of like part of the zeitgeist of like, for instance, the early 2000s where you're like, I don't know, not allowed to eat carbs because that was like kind of like the thing at the time, and you're kind of shamed for eating carbs and you're like, oh my God, I need to like start smoking cigarettes so I could lose weight. Or like, I don't know, like there's a lot of like
Yeah.
things that are normalized because of like that's just like what I guess like back then, sure, like algorithms existed like not in the same way that we think of now, but like they still had, you know, a say in what kind of information got disseminated to certain groups of people. But
Yeah, but I feel
yeah,
like the algorithms were they were optimizing for view time and
Hmm.
not necessarily for, well, well, I mean, they're also optimized for engagement
Yeah.
with LMs, but
Hmm.
I don't know. At least it's like, it's like not intending to deceive you or like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of,
Right. Whereas now it's so easy to go down rabbit holes of like this like severe like misinformation.
that's true. That is true. There's
Yeah.
also that problem now where the algorithms are too good.
Hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like yeah, there's a lot to
Damn, what do we do?
yeah.
What's the future of all this?
I think the future of all of this is we all learn as we kind of gain unhelpful information and it's this process, it's the cycle of like we drink the Kool-Aid, we realize the Kool-Aid is shit, and then we refine that process to figure out what's better for our interests and our well-being. But there's a huge lag between like us learning about what's not helpful for us and like these, I don't know, like institutions, corporations profiting off of that like spread between you not having the information versus like you realizing that this is like not good for you. So like within that lag time, that is like when I guess like misinformation, especially when nobody knows, it's like not public like information yet, is like the most profitable, especially when you have like insiders like I don't know, selling you bleach and
Oh my God.
no, like for an example, I'm not like citing like an actual source, but like yeah, like I don't know, corporations like selling you like carcinogens, and then eventually they're like, "Oh, this is actually bad for you." But we have the cure, thankfully, because we knew that this was happening for one, like the longest time, and we didn't decide to tell you. But now, we can sell you a cure for like two times the price of, you already like damaging your health.
Even in that,
So
like, yeah, I mean, even in that scenario, at least they got the cure, I feel like a lot of companies don't really have a cure for a lot of the problems that their products cause.
creating, yeah, or complicit in causing.
What are your thoughts about commune vacation getaways to get away from social media and technology?
I feel like that's just another like commodified solution to that is also
No,
like
I
good.
love it. I
Like
love a good commune vacation.
a
I've been
common
Googling
vacation.
some.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying like I feel like it really depends on how you do it. Because if the commune vacation is just a reaction to like, oh my God, like I need to, get away and like deactivate like all of my social media and get offline so that you could like go back and like share, like everything you did on your commune vacation like back online. It's like, oh my God, like I feel like then that kind of defeats the purpose of going on the commune vacation in the first place because the intention is like to go on this commune vacation to show everyone that you have the moral high ground or that you are like
No,
morally
I mean, I think for
superior.
me, I just would do it just like get away from like, technology. Like this is what will make me get off my phone, you
But
know?
I feel like that's valid. I feel like it's okay
Yeah.
to engage in.
Okay, shout out to this commune. Wait, you gotta see this. I don't know how to share my screen, but if you can, Google Sticks and Stones Farm in Connecticut.
Hmm.
It looks beautiful. I love that.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Do they
Isn't it
also
beautiful?
do they break your bones as well?
Oh my
Sticks and
God.
stones.
Stop. Oh my God. It's scary.
Yeah, I mean, why
Oh
else
my
would it be called
God.
Sticks and
It feels like
Stones
a horror
Farm?
movie title.
So true. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, well, it's more of being. See, I kind of want like a proper commune, like a proper like hippies retreat where,
Mhm.
and now also I don't want electricity and I don't want Wi-Fi. I want like proper like M. Night Shyamalan, The Village experience. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
you watched The Village?
No, I have not.
Ah, such a good movie.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um, I think um, I think Joaquin Phoenix was in it.
I've, this sounds like gibberish to me. I'm sorry.
Ugh, okay. Well, all right.
Yeah,
Ugh, you need to watch more movies, man.
maybe I
It's a good
do.
movie.
But also, I feel like maybe this is a generational gap, but this is also just like my own personality. But I just feel like I'm like the type of person that really like does not like to engage in popular culture. after being immersed in it for so long, I just wanted to get away from all of that.
Mm.
So
You'd love a commune.
maybe I would. Maybe I should be part of a commune. But that doesn't.
I just like the idea of going to a retreat like a couple times a year, just like meditate and like be
Mhm.
forced to meditate. Yeah.
Mhm. Have you ever considered becoming a monk?
Not like professionally.
But like just for the sake of, I don't know, rediscovering your spiritual, I don't know, nature.
Like I wouldn't mind doing it for a week or 2 weeks, but I
Mhm.
think a commitment of like several months to a year is like too much for me.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah.
Fair. I feel
Yeah.
like that is something that, in theory, sounds like something I would like to try, but I feel like I would never get around to doing it because it's such a huge commitment. Um,
Well, you could always do like a 1 week experience, I'm sure.
that's true. Yeah.
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 Stay at a temple or
Mhm.
an abbey. Wait, would you do like the Western monk experience or the Eastern?
Probably Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, no Catholicism for you.
No, absolutely not. I feel like it would be nice to just like sit in a temple and like eat like Buddhist like vegan, I don't know, tofu like
Oh my God,
dishes and
that's
then
hilarious.
yeah, because it's like
Damn, gotta watch those macros. You're gonna get
so
skinny
true.
again.
So true. God. Yeah, can't go back to my twink era
Back to
before
back to your vegan era.
my vegan anorexic
Hashtag heroin
era.
chic.
Yes. No, I really genuinely think I just did like veganism wrong. Like, I feel like there's
No,
like
but I feel like that's like normal. But I do
uh,
feel like for most vegans, that's like,
mhm.
cause like unless you're like, I guess you'd have to like, you have to put like a lot of olive oil or something like super high calorie, you know?
Yeah, to supplement like, your calorie or your energy expenditure because otherwise you're just gonna like sure you might feel full, but I feel like
Yeah.
you just don't have the energy genuinely like to do anything because you're not fueling yourself
Yeah,
enough.
I feel like to do that, you'd probably have to do like a lot of like supplements, like pea protein shakes and stuff, like
Yeah.
and like tons of like natural fats. Like it's
Mhm.
hard to get that healthy natural fat,
Yeah.
like olive oil. What
The thing
else?
is, actually, I feel like maybe what I was missing at the time is eating enough nuts, like pumpkin seeds, or like seeds and nuts, right? Like pumpkin seeds, almonds. I wasn't really eating like a lot of nuts or like cashews. It was mostly
Yeah,
just like beans, and I thought that was enough. But I guess,
yeah.
I don't know. It just made me super bloated and gassy because I think the oligosaccharides, I forget what they're called, like are just really
Hmm.
hard to digest in like the small intestine. So then it just
Hmm.
like ferments there.
I
Um,
see.
causes a bit of a disaster. So, everybody's gut microbiome is different. And
Yeah.
you have to eat accordingly to what makes sense for your own body. So,
Have you thought about trying like well maybe like your vegan diet is like the Okinawa diet, you know, of like
what?
tubers. It's the Blue Zone diet.
Oh, okay. But the Blue Zone diet, I felt like was such a huge, like, I don't know, capitalistic ploy to get people
Well,
to buy.
I don't like the Mediterranean because the Mediterranean it's like I don't know, it's like stuff that I don't really like. I hate hummus. Like I'm not gonna eat that.
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
mean, I'll buy it just like once in a while for the like but like I don't know if it's like Okinawa. I feel like they eat a lot of beans too. So
Yeah. Any culture has like beans in their diet.
yeah,
Like,
but especially like longevity because
yeah.
they're mostly plant-based. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I gotta like remind myself what the Okinawan diet is.
Mm, yeah.
Okinawa diet. They do a lot of tubers, you know, but I
Yeah.
don't know, like
Potatoes, yams,
yeah, like seaweed, I guess.
fish, mostly fish, I feel like, right? Like the whole
High
wheat
carb,
farm.
low calorie.
Hello.
The purple sweet potato.
Mm,
Um, jasmine tea is the primary. Wow, jasmine. Okay, jasmine tea.
mm, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
but
longevity. What
it's like
a
how you gonna get your protein needs.
yeah, true.
I don't know. I just like I focus too much on the aesthetics, you know.
Mm.
But
I mean, aesthetics is part of well-being, you know? Things looking good helps, you feel good about what you're eating and what you're looking at.
Yeah, so apparently they eat a ton of purple sweet potatoes. Makes 60 to 70% of their daily calories. Wow. Crazy. I don't
Hmm.
think I can eat that many sweet potatoes.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of sweet potatoes.
It is. Yeah. The thing, I do like root vegetables to a certain extent. Like, I like a good, I don't know, burdock, you know?
Yeah, but like, can you imagine eating that every day? Well, sorry, burdock to
As a
me
side
tastes like
dish, definitely
branches.
not like a main thing, but like as a side dish, totally. Yeah. I feel like I could eat that every day. So,
Okay, I feel like I'm different. I don't know. It just tastes very woody, you know?
mm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it looks good. Like I have to say the images, they look really beautiful.
Mm, fair, fair. Anyway, we have about 2 minutes before we should
Oh,
wrap
2 minutes.
up.
Okay, all right,
So,
we should wrap it up.
yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to
Tell
another
us
episode of us
your
yapping.
craziest diet fads
Yes. Yes, yes.
experience.
Yeah. Did you also have like an anorexic era just like me, like when you were a kid, or was it
God.
just like I don't
Damn.
know.
I mean, honestly, me too. There was a period of time where I was like, I don't know if this is good to eat. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
It'd be interesting to see how diet trends change like going forward and
I know. What's the
yeah.
next diet trend, do you
Yeah.
think?
Hmm. Yeah. I have no clue. I feel like right now it's fiber because it's like the new narrative is that nobody's getting enough fiber in their
I
diet,
think
which
right
I
now
think
it's
is true.
protein.
Protein and fiber, I think, are the two big ones. But I think in the future it's gonna be like, oh, people are not eating enough sugar. Or like, I don't know, some crazy thing like that. And we're like, okay, like time to like eat more carbs, I guess.
No, I think in the future it's like some meat derived like nutrient. Like
Mm,
yeah,
yeah. Like
we'll see.
we'll see. We'll see. Anyway,
All right.
thank you guys again for listening. We'll see you in the next episode. Like, comment,
I
subscribe. Goodbye.